Cardano. Thought this was really going to go after it went up above 221. And it's running back into profit takers. Really don't want to see Cardano go back to 180. So it's not a love it or hate it type of thing. Right here at 2, it's fine. But if this thing actually went down to 180, that could mean that the whole layer 1 trade is exiting Cardano and going somewhere else. Personally, I hope 2 holds and it goes to 3, but the chart is the chart. Don't want to see Cardano go down really much more than it has. Now, what you have been waiting for. What is my favorite altcoin? What's the altcoin that I have? Once upon a time, I went to the Texas Bitcoin conference and I saw a huge booth for a company named Polymath that was in security tokens. So coming from an equities background, I was absolutely fascinated, along with 70,000 other people on Telegram, about this company that was going to take equity and stocks and put it on the blockchain. Now, Polymath went from $0 to $14 in 2017 and proceeded to go from $14 to 0 because it was interesting that you could issue or list security tokens. You could put them in people's wallets, but you couldn't trade them. There were no DEXs. There was no buying and selling mechanisms. And for sure, back in 2017, when Bitcoin was embarrassing the whole world, including Wall Street, certainly Wall Street was not going to get involved in security tokens. Flashing forward, Polymath, not giving up, gets listed on Coinbase. Why? Because Coinbase is going to start doing custody on security tokens. In fact, there's a real estate company that has issued security tokens, tokenized real estate, through Polymath's listing mechanism, and Coinbase currently custodies that. Polymath has rebuilt its blockchain into something called Polymesh, which will have a token PolyX. Polymesh is compatible with Polkadot. So in the future, security tokens will theoretically be able to be traded on Polkadot. And as I understand it from a whale who admittedly has a big position in this, security tokens, because it's built with Polkadot technology, Polymesh that is, could actually wind up being traded on any DEX as Web3 takes off. Now, why did I get involved in Polymath and Polymesh? Well, one, I loved it at, 7. So you have to love it at 70 cents. That's just a smart ass trading thing. 2, I said, well, what's it going to do? Go to 0 twice? Normally when you die, you ever heard the saying to hell and back? Well, it died, it went to hell, and it's back. Is it going back to 0? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe something else is going to happen. How about this? Total speculation, right? In research, you get paid for imagination. Right now, security tokens are out there. Our guys have gone through all this. They agree that it's good, it's interesting, but they say 2 things. 1, no one cares about security tokens. That's true. And 2, there's no way to trade the security tokens. Then I said, we're looking for a parabolic move in the market. In order to create a parabolic move, you got to have a surprise. You got to have a surprise. What's the surprise that gets this market going? A Bored Ape on Rolling Stone magazine cover? That's not a surprise. It's cool, but it's got to be shocking. How about this? How about Wall Street gets involved in blockchain, security tokens? I mean, what's Wall Street going to do? They're going to go, you know what? We've changed our mind. Ethereum has 15x, and we're going to get involved now. Or are they going to say, let's try security tokens? Because if there's no way to buy and sell them, maybe they can buy and sell them through us. And all it takes is a big investment bank to say, hey, we'll make markets in security tokens. We'll help you buy them and sell them because we want to get into crypto. We don't want to get into Bitcoin, but we want to get, want to get hip and want to get with it. It's a way for them to get in early and act like they haven't missed it. So what did I do? Well, I bought a little and I just left it. And I took the advice of one of our analysts. And he was dead right. He's like, look, this has got huge potential. But the question is, does anybody want to do the trade? That's why I have a reasonable position. And his conclusion, which I thought was fascinating, because I learned from him, just like I learned from Forrest, and then I pass it on to you. He's like, you may be better buying this thing on a breakout above 1, or I think buying this on a big breakout after today and taking the next couple of dips and seeing if it holds. This thing has spiked up a couple times. There was a head and shoulders bottom. And the question is, will the Polymath bag holders from 2017 get filled when they sell to new buyers who want to take this much higher, anticipating some sort of catalyst related to Wall Street, Polkadot, an underrated theme? A lot of people say Polymath is next market cycle. They could be right. That could be true, honestly. However, consider this. Chainlink came out in 2017, went to zero, came back. Synthetics, Cardano, all of these 2017 plays, and I believe CryptoPunks too, correct me if I'm wrong, came out in 2017. Polymath may be one of the few 2017 plays that went to zero that has a shot at coming back. So I bought a little. Now I got a big green candle, which I didn't even see until right before I had to do this little episode. My answer is, why not? Because when I think about Polymath, it's the same thing with Dash, okay? It's the same thing maybe with Casper. They're not the same themes, but this whole idea in conclusion that maybe towards the end of this year, you got to look at the stuff that people either missed, like the metaverse and SHIB, and want to buy the dip, or stuff that's underperformed that should have done well. Forest Coin Nano don't have the chart, but that's included in that grouping, right? Quality stuff, interesting stories that have not moved. So not to overpump this, but it's a lesson. What is the story? What is the story of the altcoin you're interested in, right? What is the story? If you know the story, you can survive the correction and you'll figure out when it's time to buy it, whether that's Thanksgiving or at the end of December. And that is altcoin overtime.
Token Metrics is a cryptocurrency investment platform that helps users leverage machine learning to become better crypto investors. Our in-depth analysis helps eliminate the emotions of investing, find profitable investment opportunities, and filters out scams. Learn more at tokenmetrics.com.